journalism and
The theory and models of mass communication. Okay, theory and models of communication. Okay, what do you understand by theory and what is model? Hmm,
theory
What is
means
theory?
a brief about the mass communication.
What about mass communication?
Uh, Sorry, sir.
Could you repeat what you said?
I said theory is basically the brief discussion about the mass communication,
Hmm. And what is model?
and
It's
model
it's
means
comprehensive
different,
discussion.
probably
Hmm.
the different kind of mass communication.
Model means what?
I don't have exact idea. I'm just guessing, sir. Probably
Okay.
the different sessions.
Hmm. Okay, fine. So let's discuss what is theory, what is model, and we'll discuss different models of communication, and later on we'll shift to the theory part. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Uh, so, so let me first try to make you understand what exactly theory is. Okay. Theory is basically what systematic explanation of some phenomenon. Okay. Systematic explanation of some phenomenon is called theory. It's a set of ideas. Theory is basically a set of idea or set of concepts that basically explain a phenomenon. Okay. Or that gives us a very deeper understanding about something, about a phenomena that can make prediction, or sometimes that works as an established framework for further research. Okay. It might be little vague to what I am talking about, right? But gradually you'll get clarity what exactly I'm saying. Okay. It is basically what I said. Theory is basically systematic explanation of a phenomenon. Okay,
Phenomenon.
systematic explanation. It is set of ideas that systematically explain a phenomenon. Okay, that basically theory is. Or it answers why something is happening, how something is happening. Okay,
Okay.
so that is basically theory. Why basically explaining a phenomenon, giving the reason why something is happening. It's basically a set of ideas that systematically explain a phenomenon. Okay, that becomes your theory. Then what is model? If this is theory, then what is model? Model is basically the visual representation of theory. Okay, when you present that phenomenon that we are talking about in terms of some diagrammatic forms, okay, in terms of some visuals forms, that becomes your, or some tangible forms, that becomes your model. Okay, so model can illustrate, okay, illustrate or demonstrate some concepts that were there in theories. Or models can break down what complex ideas into very simple, understandable components, right? To give a very simple example, like what you can say, suppose say if I would ask you, what would be your, suppose say, what would be your dream home be? Like how your dream home would look like, right? Suppose
Yes,
here
sir.
I will ask you this question. Then how would you answer? Tell me, how do you answer? Hmm?
So my dream home would look like, as per look, it should be like simple, sober, but aesthetic.
Hmm.
Yeah, and if you wanted to know the features, what I want basically in my dream house, so there are a lot of things which I want, specifically a mandir, a temple, and a
Hmm.
very well decorative room for parents,
Hmm.
and at least two room for my pets, one
Hmm.
room for my dogs and one for my birds, and another one simple small room for me myself.
Okay. There are more rooms for animals and birds than humans, maybe.
Yeah.
So what I was saying, like, okay, as you explained, like if I asked you like how your imaginative, okay, home be like. So you explain this and that, this so many rooms for these animals, birds, for humans, this and that, right? Or this location of a place, whatever the imagination that you have made, like
Yes, sir.
that, consider that as a theory. Okay, like my imaginative home be like this. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
why you need this? Why need this much of room for animals? Why? Or you are explaining everything, like because I'm an animal lover, I'm birds lover. That's why I need this much room and so on, such and such facilities for animals, birds, all these things, right? So when you are giving explanation of everything, that maybe that consider is as your theory. That is very abstract. Okay, that is
Okay.
very abstract. That is there in your imagination, but you have not put it in into reality, right? Suppose I
Yes,
asked you to draw a picture how your home should look like, right? If I
yes,
would
sir.
ask you to draw a picture, then definitely you'll carry a pen or pencils or rubber, suppose say, and start drawing that particular home in a proper shape that you want to give, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are saying that that home should be in like sea facing and such and such a number of rooms for animals, birds, and everything in that particular diagram. So that diagram would become just like a model for your dream home. Okay. And prior to that, the imagination that you have put, I will be doing this, that, and why so you are explaining. Okay, what you had imagined everything that consider is as theory. When you are presenting that into a diagrammatic formats, okay, in some visual representations, you are giving those all the ideas. Okay, if you are systematizing all these ideas and giving that into a what visual representations, that
Mhm.
becomes your model. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's come to this part. Communication. We'll start with models. Then we'll come to the part of theory, different theories of communication. First, we'll discuss what models of communications. Models basically explain what models explain the process of communication in some visual format. Okay, so there are so many models. There are 7, 8 models which are very important in examination point of view. So we'll be discussing those models. Okay, first model is Aristotle model. Have you studied model during a master's?
No,
Hmm?
sir.
No,
No,
you have not studied theories, model, anything theories.
no, sir.
Why? There is no theories, models in masters.
Don't know, sir. Don't miss. There is.
There must be. Maybe you have forgotten, na?
No, sir. There is nothing like theory and model.
Okay. Anyway, so first I'm just listening that there was no theory model in syllabus of masters.
Yes, sir. Even I am also means thinking why it's not there.
Okay. Anyway, what was your university? I forgot which
So
university you were.
for MBA, sir, it's WBUT, and
No, not
for
MBA, masters, mass communication
yeah, and mass communication, Annamala University. So
on Namalai. It was a regular course, huh?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, let's come to the part of models. Okay, what are communication models? The first model is Aristotle model, the oldest model. Oldest model of communication was given by Aristotle. It was in 300 before Christ, right? So uh, what Aristotle is saying that there are basically three components. So far communication is concerned, there are three components. It is very simple model. It is the oldest model. And Aristotle is saying that there is one speaker, there is speech, and there is audience. Right. So
Okay.
speaker is speaking something, and this is because Aristotle is considered as what? Father of what? Aristotle is father of
Aristotle is father of common. I forgot.
father of don't name any person. I'm asking the discipline.
Yes, sir. I am thinking.
Okay.
I forgot, sir.
Okay. I thought you will name his son or something, daughter or something. Anyway.
No, no, no.
So so Aristotle is considered the father of political science, right?
Yeah.
So so Aristotelian model. This model was basically very much applicable to politics. And in this model, he is saying that there is a speaker. Suppose say there is a political leader who is addressing a large number of people, and that is audience, right? And speaker is speaking something, and whatever he is speaking, that is basically the speech or the content of that content what is that speaker is delivering to the audience. Okay, so the speaker or then speaker is speaking something or giving some content. Okay, then there is an audience who is listening to his
Hmm,
speeches,
listen.
right?
Yeah.
It's a very simple model. And what you can say, because at that period of time there was nothing, but when Aristotle used to be there, like there is, of course, there is no such electronics media sort of things, like, or so that is why it's a very simple model. What is saying that there is speaker and is speaking something, there is content, matlab, speaking something, that speaking the something is what content, and there is audience who is
Audience
listening,
who's
right?
listening.
It's a very simple model. It is also, remember this thing, it is also called rhetoric model. What
Okay.
is the meaning? Understand this term rhetoric. This is often asked in the examination. Okay, rhetoric. Have you heard of this term ever? No?
No, sir.
Rhetoric. Rhetoric is basically the art of persuasions. Okay, art of persuasions. The speaker is speaking in such a way that is persuasive for the audience. Okay, so he
Yes, sir.
emphasized a lot on the art of speaking, art of persuasions, and the art of speaking or art of articulations, art of persuasions. This is called rhetoric. So whatever speaker is saying, the audience is trusting that content as true without questioning. There is no feedback, or there is what you can say. There is no two-way communication here, because this just speaker is saying something and audience are listening. There is content in between. Okay, so this
Yes,
is
sir.
what an audience is being persuaded by the message of the speaker. That's it, right? It's a very simple model. Okay, speaker, speech, and audience. Three components in this model. Then let's come to the part of lateral model. Okay. Uh, so what is lateral model? Lateral model is saying that lateral is the name of a person. Okay. It's a communication theorist.
Okay.
So Edward D. Lateral, full name Edward D. Lateral. Okay, what Lateral is saying that in his model, it was given in the year 1948. Okay, remember the year also. Year is also very important. Like sometimes what happen in examination, you will be given 4 5 models name. Okay, and just it will be like randomly given 4 5 model names, and you have to arrange those models in a what chronological way. Chronological way means what is chronology? Tell me. What I tell?
By year.
By years, by
Hmm.
timeline. Okay. I mean,
By time.
which model came first? Thereafter which model? Thereafter which model? Okay, likewise, sequencing those models, arranging those model according to the timeline, historical timeline, that becomes your chronological arrangement of the model. Okay, so in net examination, some question are asked. Okay, you have to chronologically arrange some sort of things like some theories or some models which came first, thereafter, like this. Okay, the
Okay, sir.
questions. So that is why I have arranged all this model as per the historical timeline, like the model that came first, thereafter which model came thereafter. Okay, likewise I have all arranged here, so that it will be very convenient for you to remember this thing. Anyway, so let's come to the part of Luswell model. So Luswell model is a very simple model, and it talks about the process of communication in a very simplified way. What Luswell is saying that in one sentence you can tell about this model. Okay, what Luswell is saying, who says what in which channel to whom with what effects. Okay, this
Okay.
is what Luswell is saying. Just in one sentence you can tell the whole model. That sentence is who says what in which channel to whom with what effect. Okay, so
We-
here just try to understand, try to note it down. Just that these are all components. Who is one component of this model? Says what is one component. I mean, who means what? Who means the communicator, right? Who means the communicator? Says what? Says what means says what? Whatever he is saying, whatever communicator
Yeah.
is saying, that is the message. Whatever he is saying, that is the message. Says what? In which channel? When we say in which channel, we are talking about the medium, basically, right? And
Okay.
next is to whom. To whom means to the
To
receiver.
audience, to
To the
receiver.
receiver with what effect? Basically talking about the effect. Suppose say
Effect.
right now the communication that we are making. Okay. Like I am what? Who means I. I am the communicator. Says what? Whatever I am talking about. I am talking about the models. Right. So model talking about the model is the message or the content. In which channel? Okay, what is the medium? I'm using mobile phones, right? Medium. To whom? To you, right? To Sritama. Sritama is the receiver. With what effect? So whatever I'm explaining, whether you are getting, whatever you are able to understand or not. Okay, if you
Yes,
have,
sir.
if my message is exactly conveyed and you are exactly understanding the same the way I am trying to explain, then effect is very much right.
Yes,
So
sir.
the whole model is explained in this way. Who says what in which channel to whom with what effect. Okay, this explain the whole model. Okay, this explain the whole process of communication. But the thing is that this is a very simple model. Okay, the model that was provided in the year 1948 by Luswell, Edward D. Luswell, this was a very simple model. And almost this suits all types of communication. And he introduced the concept of effect. Okay. So in earlier
Okay.
model, if you see in Aristotelian model, there was no effect. See, there are just speaker, there are speech and audience. There, it was not talking about the effect. Neither it was talking about this medium things. Okay,
Medium. Yeah.
not about effect. But here it is talking about this some medium, some channels, and also some effect. But the thing that still the concept of feedback is missing here. Although it's talking about the effect, it is the element of feedback is missing here. You can see, and also the element of noise is missing. There is no noise, right? and
Yes, sir.
also and also this is a linear model. What is linear model? Tell me. Have you heard of term linear? Hmm?
Yeah, I heard it, but I am not able to remember. Linear model.
Okay, linear means one
Linear
way.
model. One way.
The model it is one way. Okay, there is no two way. It is one way. It is one way. We call it linear. Okay, well, linear means suppose what the communication that we are right now. The communication that we are doing, is it linear or non-linear? Tell me.
It's linear.
Linear.
Because
Why?
yeah, because you are teaching me, so I am just means here. This is not actually one way. This is two way because you are teaching me and I am responding. So it's not linear.
Hmm. So what is it?
It's two-way communication,
It's a oh, okay. When you say two-way, it's non-linear.
non-linear. Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes you may be asked in examination, like which of the models is non-linear or which of this model is linear. It will be given four options, right? And you have
Yeah.
to answer that this model is linear, this is not linear, like non-linear and linear. This is very important. Just understand. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
then let's come to the part of Shannon and Weaver. Shannon and Weaver model. Okay. This is very important model, and this is also called mother mother of all models. Remember these things. This is asked in the examination. Which model is called mother of all models? This has been asked in the NET examination. Okay.
Okay.
Which model is called the mother of which model is called mother of all models?
All
This is
models.
Shannon and Weaver models. Shannon and
Okay.
Weaver models. This was in the year 1949, and Shannon was basically an American mathematician, and Weaver was a scientist. Both combinedly what developed this model. They wrote an article in a journal. The journal name is Bell System Technical Journal. Okay, remember the name of the journal, Bell System Technical Journal. In that
Okay.
journal, they wrote an article. Okay, the article title was A Mathematical Theory of Communication. The title was A Mathematical Theory of Communication. Okay, in which journal? Tell me the journal name.
Bell System Technical Journal.
Right. Okay. These are also some historical facts related to this model. So in that journal, they explain this theory. Okay. Uh, so this model basically, and by writing a title, the mathematical theory of communication, and they explained, and from this article only, this model has been developed. Okay. So this model is also called what? What I said. This model is also called what?
The mother of all model.
Mother of all models.
Yeah.
Uh, so, what is special about this model, right? Let's try to understand why this is the first model that comprehensively addressed this whole process of communication. Okay, so Saturn and Weaver, what are the different components of this model? Just try to remember this component. There is a source of information. Okay, then there is a transmitter. Then there is throw some signals using up some channels. That is again through signals that is reaching to the receivers, and ultimately what message is raised to its destination. If there is possibility of noise. Okay, for to give an example, suppose say what now let's give the example of your current our conversation, right? So here there is an information source. I am the source. I'm the source because I'm explaining something, and that is whatever I'm saying. That is been converted into some what? That is encoded. Whatever I'm saying, basically, this message is being encoded. Okay, this is not simple that whatever I'm saying directly reaching to your ears. It's not like that, right? Whatever
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying, first it is being converted into some electronics language, some computer friendly language, right? So that is what
Yes.
encoding is basically. Whatever I am saying, that is being converted into some language which is understood by the computer, which is understood by my mobile phone, right? So there is a transmitter. Okay, at that period of time, there was nothing like transmitter, like there was nothing like mobile, of course. Or suppose say there are some radio. Of course, there was radio at that particular period of time. So you can also apply the same example for radio. Like suppose radio jockey is there, he's saying something, right? And that is being converted into radio-friendly language because radio is a mechanical device. So that will be converted into some mechanical language that is understood by radio. Then it is using some signals. Okay, now the communication that we are also making, this is also using some signals, right? And through some
Yes,
signals, through some channels, suppose through air, it is reaching to the satellites, and from satellites it is reaching to your what? Your nearby towers, right? And again, that is coming that so some signal is coming to your mobile, right? So coming to your mobile, and it is being decoded. It is being decoded through your what? It is converted into, it is reaching to your mobile and is converted into some human friendly language, and what my voice is coming from your phone, right?
yes,
Ultimately this is reaching to the receiver. This is what reaching to this, or it is the message is reaching to the destination, right? So it has entire process. There are so much of elements that are involved in due process of this communication. And there is also possibility of what is special about this model. This is also talking about noise. For the first time, a model talked about noise. There is also possibility of noise in communication. Suppose it is raining right now, right? So due to
yes,
some
sir.
weather factors, there might be some problems in signals, and it can create noise. It may not be audible properly to you, or it may be misunderstood due to the lack of my okay reachability of my words in a proper way. So there is always possibility of noise in the process of communication. What this model is was the first time talking about. The model talked about noise for the first time, right?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
so these are the process of what communication as per the Shannon and Weaver model, right?
Yes, sir.